My name is Sergeant Hill.
George.
George?
Yep.
All right, George. I don't know that I'll see you again, but I'm sure you'll be back.
I have to come check back with the boys across the street, and once I do come back, I'll take a peek over here just to see.
I told him I'll be back in a week.
In a week.
Yes.
All right, I'll let him know.
So, but I might be back tomorrow. You never know, because you guys are still violating the FOIA law. I still don't have my FOIA items.
Be a discussion for the courts later on, if you want to go that direction.
Sure, I'd like to just conduct my business.
You can conduct your business. I explained to you how you can.
Just like everybody else in here.
Yes.
Anybody in here can be
But
recording,
you're
and that
not-
it wouldn't be a
no,
big deal.
No, they cannot.
End quote. Where is the transparency? End quote. Audit them visits the Oak Brook Terrace Police Department to check for a legally mandated display of government information. He finds 9 out of 10 required items missing from the public bulletin board. Will the police sergeant react with hostility to being, end quote, audited, end quote, on paperwork, or will he provide a masterclass in professional de-escalation? Watch as a simple record request turns into a rare bridge of mutual respect.
Government.
Recording too.
Okay, sir. I need a block diagram showing functional subdivisions.
You have one more time?
Block diagram showing functional subdivisions. I put the statute here.
Okay.
I need to inspect it.
You need to inspect.
5 ILCS 140, Section 4.
What do you mean you need to inspect it?
There's a record that has to be prominently displayed,
Okay.
open for copying and inspection.
Okay.
Also-
What is the statute in reference to?
It references a variety of records.
Okay, can you just give me the brief version of that?
Yeah, block diagram giving functional subdivisions.
Black diagram.
No, not black. Block, like a square.
Block
Yep,
diagram
showing functional subdivisions.
showing functional subdivisions.
Right.
And the statute stipulates it has to be displayed somewhere
Prominently.
in the police department.
This public body, that is correct. Yep.
Every public body? Did you check in City Hall?
I did check at City Hall, yep.
Okay, and what is this statute in reference to then?
This statute references to 10 records that have to be prominently displayed at every public body in the state of Illinois.
To whom? To the public?
Yeah, prominently displayed. You see that bulletin board you got out there?
Sure.
You have 1 item out of 10 showing. You have
Okay.
9 missing. Only thing you have on prominent display is commissions.
Okay,
That's 1 of 9.
okay.
Another one is going to be block diagram giving functional subdivision. That's 1 of them missing.
I'm not sure what that's in reference to.
But those are the words that are found in the
Oh,
statute.
I understand that. So what?
Right.
So if you're saying that 1 of 10 diagrams is being displayed?
No, 1 of 10 separate items.
Okay, what are the other 9 items? then?
Sure. One of them, the second one, is a block diagram giving functional subdivisions.
Functional subdivisions.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, good luck, miss.
Another one is, I don't see no Halloween stuff here, but another one is a brief description of the public body,
Okay.
a short summary of its purpose.
Of the city of Oak Brook Terrace?
No, not the city, the police department.
Okay.
City has to have their own language.
Okay.
Total amount of full-time, part-time employees.
Okay.
Approximate number of full-time and part-time.
Okay.
Just the police side, not the city.
Okay.
Total amount of operating budget. Just the
Okay.
single digit,
Okay.
city side, police side.
Okay.
Fees allowable under Section 6 of FOIA.
Okay.
That's an additional one.
Okay. I mean, I think I know where you're going, but so I'm not familiar with the statute.
Right, that's why I'm coming here building allies.
Okay. Are you with some organization or?
Today, I'm just acting like a regular member of the public.
Okay. Do you live in Oak Brook Terrace? You don't want to
Sir,
answer any questions?
No. I'm a resident of the state of Illinois.
No, I know that.
Yep.
That's not what I asked you though.
Yeah,
Do you live in Oak Brook Terrace?
I do not.
I'm just trying to find, so you're saying, you're putting on saying that we have to post something, and again, if I'm not, like I said, I'm not familiar with the statute.
No, I'm just bringing it to the attention of the public body.
Have you reached out to a representative that would typically handle that?
This is my first time coming to this office. I believe, this got to be my first time. I've never been here before.
Okay,
An attempt to see if these records are already made prominently displayed available.
okay,
But the statute does say each public body shall prominently display at each of its administrative or regional offices,
Okay.
make available for inspection and copy, and send through the mail each of the following.
okay, so is that what you're requesting?
No, it's not a request.
Okay,
It's supposed to be already be
no,
prominently
I understand.
displayed. Yeah.
Your perspective is that it should be posted somewhere here, yeah?
Prominently displayed.
The auditor cites 5 ILCS 140/4, requiring every public body to prominently display a, end quote, block diagram showing functional subdivisions, end quote. an organizational chart. Sergeant Hilton admits he is unfamiliar with the specific language, but listens intently. This highlights the gap between legislative requirements and day-to-day police knowledge, proving that education, not aggression, is the auditor and OPPO's most effective tool.
Shall develop a list of documents or categories of records that the public body shall immediately disclose upon request.
Yeah, well, that's through, we have a FOIA officer, so, I mean, you're not requesting anything, are you?
No, it's more of a
FOIA, and so if you're saying that these documents, 10 documents, have to be
Prominently
prominently
displayed,
displayed, okay, posted, I'm assuming, right?
well, it says the word displayed.
Okay.
Prominently
so
displayed,
we're going to
yeah.
agree to disagree on that.
Sure.
So FOIA is separate than any statutory requirements we would have to post anything. So if you want a FOIA request, there's a mechanism in place on our website where you can speak to the FOIA officer.
No, of course, I hear what
Okay,
you're
so why don't
saying,
you
but
give
it
me
does
this-
not
so-
require a request because
Then why do they call it freedom of information? So if you request information,
Right.
you have to make a request for it.
Sir, all records have to take 5 days for the public body to gather and possibly redact. That takes time.
Yeah, I understand that.
But with these set of records, nothing has to be redacted. These should already be prominently displayed with no question, no debacle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying the correlation between these is that they won't have to redact these documents. That's why they have to be statutorily displayed.
Right, because it's about
Okay.
transparency of this
So-
agency.
Is your issue that they're not displayed, or you haven't seen them? I mean, are you asking for them?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to write this statute down, and I'm going to
Sure.
give you information who you can contact if
Sir,
you have any questions.
let me make it simpler for you. Let me grab the statute. I have the code here.
You have the code?
Yeah, I have the statute.
Okay, let me stop you right there, sir.
Sure, I'm
So
listening.
if this is something that, is above my pay grade to,
Sir, we gotta boost you up to a lieutenant.
why is that?
Because you gotta have the ambition and wherewithal to work with the people. You have
Okay.
to be transparent. When you show that good faith, the police chief is gonna say, we're gonna get you out of that uniform, we're gonna make you a lieutenant.
Is that right? So you're saying that our interaction, they should promote me?
They should,
Okay,
because
well,
you're taking the stance forward to transparent this public
Okay,
faith.
so if you don't mind my asking, obviously, if based on this information that you feel that every citizen should be entitled to this information, right?
By
Okay.
statute.
Is this something, are you part of an organization, or is this just you and your ambition to do this?
Well, it is my ambition because
Okay.
the first 2 paragraphs of this act
Okay,
says it's the people's duty to monitor government to ensure it is being
sure,
conducted
absolutely.
in the public
Yeah, I agree with
interest.
that.
Right.
For sure.
It's not only a right, it's the duty.
Okay,
Yep.
sure, I understand right versus duty. Yeah,
Sure,
so not only am I entitled to it, but I should do it, right? Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So here's the statute, my friend.
This is what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, this is 3.5 and this is
Yeah,
4.
this is
There
reference
is-
FOIA.
Right, there is such thing as shall be furnished immediately. Now here it also says each public body shall designate one of its FOIA officers as a designee.
Which we have.
Right, except to gather records and prepare, except in instances where records are furnished immediately.
Right, so then any personnel could do that.
Well, it's really the duty of the FOIA officer to develop this list.
Sure.
However, any employee could pick the records up from the file cabinet and make them available,
Assuming they have access to those
assuming
records,
they
yeah.
have access
Right.
to those records.
I mean, that's a
Which-
presumption. To say that she
Sure,
has access
sure,
to those
sure.
records
But
is not
here's
necessarily
again,
correct.
Sergeant, it's like the purpose of this agency, it's got to be up somewhere on the wall.
I imagine that information is publicly available on our website.
Here's where we're wrong
I
at.
understand that. So
Yeah, a public body that maintains the website shall also post this
No,
information on its
Well,
website.
here's the thing. I'm not arguing with you.
No, there's-
Like I said, I'm unfamiliar with this, and if
Just bringing it to the
statutorily,
attention. Yep.
if it says that even if it is available on our website, that it also has to be in conjunction
Yes.
with, I get that. But
Right.
Patrol Sergeant Hilton, this is not to say it's not my job or responsibility, but this is not what I do on a daily basis. if
I
you know
hear
what
you,
I'm saying.
I hear you.
So,
It's usually the police chief is the FOIA officer for the police department. He's the record keeper.
he is not the...
Not on this side? Okay.
Correct, yeah.
Is the FOIA officer police staff presently available to speak to?
I don't know if that person is. They work on City Hall.
Oh,
so
okay.
What I was saying previously is I can put you in contact with that person if you want to make a request of them.
She was in a meeting.
Okay, so
I
who's that?
developed-
Who have you, what's
Chat
the-
with?
Okay, who is it?
No, I filled out a FOIA and I spoke with Melissa, very nice lady.
Okay.
Yep. So I also developed my own checklist. I go around all agencies and I check. Yes, I see the stuff prominently displayed. No, I don't.
Okay,
The city hall would tell me, the city hall usually tells me, hey man, we don't got it up right now. I ask, if I come back in 30 days, maybe you bring that to the attention.
hold on 1 second.
Sure.
Are you?
Do I pay fees here?
Yes, sir. So, it'll be the administrative accountant who will be here, and there will be, I'm sorry, go ahead, sir. So if you ask them if it's not posted now, if it will be in a certain time frame,
Yeah.
and what do they say to that then?
Usually, what would be logical is for the employee, usually what most employees say, we're going to review this with our counsel. If it's required, no problem. Check back with us, we'll have it up.
Okay.
Have a nice day. I
So is
mark
that
up-
your goal?
My goal is to have the public bodies, and my goal is to check balances.
Okay.
And have the public bodies comply with that portion of the statute because
Okay.
it's my right to see this stuff.
Right.
And it's everybody else's right. And since this has been a requirement since at least the 80s, I don't want to say the FOIA officer is intentionally or recklessly failing to perform a mandatory duty required by law. That's official misconduct, 33.3. Maybe it's an overlooking site, they missed it, but that's why I'm trying to build allies with staff around the state. Come bring it to their attention. Like I said, I developed my own checklist, no on everything. I have a right to forward that result
Now here,
to the Attorney General.
Before we move forward and continue our conversation, I'm not questioning your right or your authority to hold governing bodies accountable, right?
Sure.
So I don't want you to perceive that I think that you shouldn't be doing it or you don't have the right to do that, okay?
Right,
So, and to imply that like I'm trying to hide something,
No,
or
no.
that the city is, right?
No,
or
that's not my
misconduct,
intention, no.
I imagine
Because-
there may be some language there that specifies intent, or you have to
Right.
prove that it was intentionally that they did
Yeah.
that, right? And those are two very different.
Right.
Like, I didn't know I had to post this versus I intentionally didn't post it are two very separate
It
things,
is,
right?
absolutely, I
So,
agree.
And I'm a patrol sergeant, I don't run the city, right?
Yeah.
And I've already kind of told you that what my responsibilities would normally be indicative of. Go ahead, you're gonna say something.
FOIA requires annual training certificate
Sure,
for
yeah.
FOIA officers.
Right.
With that training, I might have to go speak to the Attorney General and say, hey, you guys got to update your training because a lot of these stores don't have this stuff up.
When you say
When I say stores,
agencies.
shops, agencies, public bodies, yeah.
Okay,
So with that being said, like I said, I developed my own checklist, but I withhold from complaining.
you would what? I'm sorry.
Withhold from complaining.
Okay.
Yeah, I
With
don't-
respect to the Attorney General, is that what you're saying?
No, with respect to the agency and the forthcoming employees that try to make things right.
Okay.
I say, let me withhold from making a complaint
Okay.
to the Attorney General and say,
Okay.
this particular public body had nothing up except for one item.
Okay.
I asked the respectful employees, within 30 days, if you do prominent display, at that time, I'll come check everything else, yes? And
Okay.
I'd rather forward that and say, these people did right.
Okay.
To the Attorney
No, I understand
General.
what you're saying.
Yep.
So you're going to essentially check governing bodies
Mm-hmm.
to ensure that they have what they're required to statutorily,
Prominent display, yep.
right? Ask them the time frame in which they can display that.
Sure.
Then you check back,
Mm-hmm.
and if they're within compliance of the statute requirements, that you just move on then, essentially, right?
That's all.
And then,
Then I'll check back a year later to see if they updated the single number.
Okay.
Every year, some things have to change on
or
it.
I imagine as-
Sometimes employees change.
I imagine as, as information
Yep.
changes that the requirement, or they would have to post it. And I don't know
Right.
I don't know if it's immediately upon changing, like
Oh.
where's the list of, could I see the list of things that you say are required?
It's all there in writing. I
No,
got it
but you said
memorized.
you have a checklist.
Yeah, I got my
Can I
checklist.
take a look at it?
Sure, but that's my own personal,
No, I'm not gonna take it from you, I just want to
Yeah.
take a look at it. How long have you been doing this?
Oh man, I've been more
Can I
than
see
400 shots. Sir, here's how.
Can I just see it?
You sure
Yeah,
can.
I'm not
I don't
trying
want to put it on body cam, but we'll go
Oh,
over
okay.
it. Yeah. A list of documents or categories of records that shall be, that's under 3.5.
Okay.
I don't see it. I'm going to hit no. A brief description of the public body short summary is prominently displayed. I'm going to say no. A block diagram giving functional subdivisions. I'm going to say no. The total amount of its operating budget, is it prominently displayed? I'm going to say no. The number and location of separate offices. Our fire department is on John Street. Our public works on Elm Street with the address and the head of the public body. The number and locations of separate offices. Okay, we got that one. The approximate number of
Employees. Okay.
Yep.
Do they take cards? Can I pay right here? or-
No, it's gotta be cash.
Is this an ATM?
No, that's for red light camera tickets. There, if you bank with Chase, there's one on Midwest Road, which is 2 lights down. Or if you bank with BMO, there's another one on Roosevelt Road.
Whichever one is the closest.
If you Chase Bank, so you go down to Midwest Road and take a left, it's on your left-hand side. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Fees allowable under Section 6. This one
Under
right
section what?
6 of FOIA.
Okay.
This statute right here is the same item. All agencies are required, but everything else is different because every agency has their own amount of employees, right? Every agency has a different operating budget number. Some have
I'm
a 10
assuming,
million.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Well, some have a 10 million budget versus some down south only have maybe 1 million budget.
Okay.
Right? A block diagram giving functional subdivisions. Are you familiar with that language?
No.
Okay, I'm going to help you out here, my friend. That's an organizational chart.
Okay, so yeah, that I understand.
Right.
That's the language I speak.
Right, but I'm speaking the language found in the statute.
No, I understand that. But you like being in law enforcement for 20 years, lawyers and legislators don't talk like you and I typically do, right?
Well, I'm going by the statute.
No, I understand
Yeah.
that.
And
okay,
know,
but these things, these things are interpreted all the time, right? And I'm
Yeah.
not saying that you're wrong in your interpretation, but when you say organizational chart, that I understand.
that's more common
for
in,
sure
in
yeah,
the everyday.
And that's not lawyer speak. Yeah,
No,
I understand that.
but when we analyze the words, it makes sense.
Sure.
Block diagram showing functioning subdivisions of work doing.
Sure.
Yep.
No, I get it.
It took a little time, and that about all, my friend. Brief description.
So, what is it you want from me at the end of our interaction?
I would have loved if they say, "Yep, this looks about right. Give us a few minutes. Maybe we have this online, so let us print it out for you." That way, when I receive it in my hand, it's not that I want to walk out with copies. At that time, I ask you, "Hey, you got a roll of Scotch tape there? We could prominently display the stuff." It's more about than 6, 7 agencies made it available for me and pinned it up on the wall before I stepped out, just to take a photo and say, "Thank you, guys."
Okay.
Yep. Now the 100,000 people that come in may stumble on that stuff and learn something new today.
Sure.
Yep. But it's still showing the purpose of each agency.
Okay.
Why should the person be told go online and try to find it online?
No, I'm not saying that, right? What I did tell you is
Right.
that
No, not you,
I'm sure it's available online, right? Because I've been on tour.
It's possible.
I know for a fact our operating a budget, our personnel is listed. I mean, maybe not all of these per se, but
I'm about to visit 6 agencies. I'm not going to say where. They're down the line from each other.
Okay.
10 miles out.
yeah, I'm not sure. Don't get me wrong.
Their
I know
website-
you're kind of you don't want to reveal, like I'm going to call that agency, "Hey, this guy's coming." That's not my. Okay, I'm sure.
No, what I'm saying is I check their website before I go there. None of it is on their website.
Okay.
And it's not going to be found in person.
Okay.
A park district that I visited did not have it on their website at all.
So what is?
Until I started saying I want to sue, they got everything right.
Okay. So, how long have you? Do you mind my asking how long have you been doing this?
2020.
So the last 4 years. And what made you start doing this then?
Well, reading the actual statute inspired me.
Okay.
Pursuant to the fundamental philosophy of the American.
In a rare display of mutual respect, Sergeant Hilton asks about the auditor and Oppo's motivation. Instead of and quote, gotcha and quote, moment, they discuss the fundamental philosophy of government accountability. The auditor compliments the sergeant and Oppo's forthcoming nature, stating, and quote, "You and Oppo's, very forthcoming, you and Oppo's, very professional," end quote. This interaction proves that transparency can be achieved through cordial communication and de-escalation.
Okay, well, that's what I'm asking.
Right.
Like, listen, if you want to check...
It's not about money.
No, I'm not saying it is,
Yep.
right? I'm not making the difference either. But I know why I do my job, right? And if this is your job, good for you. And if you can audit public entities like governments and things like that, good for you, right? Because we should be held
Got to
accountable.
check balances, yep.
For sure. So I'm not in disagreement there. But when I initially talked to you, like, I didn't know that there's these entities that do this, right? I mean, there should be, certainly, and if they're going to compensate you financially, then
No,
that's good.
there could be LLCs and entities checking with government, and there could also be a regular John Doe off the street.
Sure, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
those are people who could do it. I'm asking you why you did it, right? Your motivation behind it.
Well, the motivation is because like I said, I like to visit. I like to go out and see what's going on. I like to communicate with people, possibly build allies.
Okay.
You know, and then in the end of the day, make change. The law is written beautiful. It's written well for the people. It's just specific government employees who abuse it.
Sure.
And I like capturing two things on camera.
Okay.
Cordial, respectful employees and belligerent and non-compliant
Sure,
employees.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, which category would you put me in?
No, you're very forthcoming.
All right.
You're
All right,
very
so at the end of our interaction, what are you looking for? I mean, ultimately compliance, but I'm not, when you ask me,
come
I'm
back
not
and say, hey man, when I come back and say,
Okay.
hey, you brought it to our attention. Hey, we work together. Thank you
Okay.
for bringing this to our attention.
So, again, when you ask me, I'm not going to go back there and photocopy these things and put them up in a bulletin board, all right? Because that's beyond the scope of my responsibility.
Yeah.
Not to say like it ain't my job, sort of thing, but I'm sure we have people for that.
Maybe you'll relay the
That's what I'm
inquiry.
looking for. Okay,
Yeah,
so
relay the inquiry.
if either do you want me to put you in contact with that person, or would my and your interaction be sufficient and I can let them know?
Your word is good as gold.
Okay, all right. Hey, I appreciate it. So,
Yep.
do you want me to have them contact you? I can get an email or something else like that?
I have to come back and visit the city within 15, 20 days.
Okay.
I'll walk over here.
Okay.
Maybe this stuff is up.
Okay.
If not, I should start shouting. No.
Yeah, don't do that.
I don't do that. No disorderly. I'm always calm.
Okay.
Just like saying a couple funny things here and there.
Okay, so I will take this statute.
You could make a copy of the page, or,
Okay.
or
I
statute's
have-
good
I
enough.
have
You have
file
access
stat-
to
I
it.
have
Yep.
file statutes, right?
Maroon hard covers.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I typically check on the website.
Website, sure. ILGA, Illinois General
Yeah,
Assembly.
sure.
Right.
Yeah.
This is just the definition of the word prominently.
Okay.
As to easily be seen.
I like to think I have a decent vocabulary. So
Yeah,
I think
for
we're
sure,
good.
for
I
sure.
think our
You'll be
understanding is the same.
surprised. There's some employees that are, you
Yeah,
know,
I mean, not locked away in a supply
Neither
closet
here nor
somewhere,
there.
or- Okay, so and you said you already talked to somebody on the city?
yeah, very respectful lady. I think she worked at Westchester. I seen her at Westchester.
Okay, what was her name, just so I can, I don't
Yeah,
know, I don't know a
let's
lot of people on the other city side.
I
You get a lot of new
I
employees.
also paid $1 because I'm coming to pick these records up certified, so I got a receipt
FOIA request?
for my buck. Yep.
Okay.
FOIA certified record. I spoke to the young lady, very respectful lady. FOIA officer was in a meeting.
Okay,
Who did I speak to? Here we go. I don't want to say the name out loud.
oh,
but,
okay,
Yep.
all right.
Alrighty.
So I'll touch base with her as well,
For sure. Yep.
and then she can
did
communicate
the same
with-
spiel over there.
Okay.
Ma'am, does it make sense for you guys to prominently display Halloween stuff for the past 20 years, but not your purpose?
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
get it. Well, here's the thing, right?
Yep.
So, while I agree with you in that sentiment, I would also argue that if they continue to do that after you brought that to their attention, that would be one thing. But the other thing is that whether or not people would consciously have known about it, right? Because you can
That's a
agree with
different
me
story.
to say
That's a
that
different
if
story.
I knew about it and I didn't do it, is much different than if I didn't know about it. And I'm not saying ignorance is an excuse, right, or being naive to the fact. So,
There's 3 agencies that refuse to prominently display it. And now at this point, I can send a nice letter to the Attorney General and say, hey, look, I'm a
have
member
you
of...
done that before?
I have reached out to the Attorney General
And
before.
then what was their response when you've done that?
Well, I got some interpretation letters
What is that?
where the public body needed an interpretation. An attorney that's also a designated FOIA officer needed interpretation from the Attorney General on what prominently means.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
So come on,
listen,
man.
I'm not gonna argue what prominently means. I
Right,
get
and the
that, yeah.
Attorney General said, by definition,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere as to easily be seen
By the public.
by the public.
Yeah, like a bulletin board.
How does an intelligent attorney need to go out of his way to
do
get an
that?
interpretation on that single word?
Well, that's the thing, so that,
And he was very nasty.
okay, well, he may have been, but see,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. When you and I talk prominently, I think we could probably agree on a definition.
Sure.
But attorneys and legislators, maybe not. That's why they use certain, like organizational chart versus block diagram.
Right.
I don't, even after our interaction today, I don't think I'll ever use the word block diagram.
Yeah.
But organizational chart, I'm familiar with that.
And you know, sometimes I got to stand firm with just that word. Sometimes
No, I get it, 'cause that's what's in the statute.
if the employee is mean or just belligerent, why should I go out of my way to try to help them if they're
Right.
bad on
Sure.
me? You know, running a muck rock on me. But I
what?
still
What did you
a
say?
muck rock,
Okay.
muck rock.
Okay, I got it.
So, with that being said, it's like I still go out of my way to try to de-escalate the situations, even when there's nasty employees.
Sure.
Sometimes the employees, they would call the police, maybe because I'm filming or maybe some other reason. But what they convey over the phone, now they committed disorderly conduct because they called when there's no emergency services necessary. So,
I get it.
we're all adults. We should act rational.
Sure, reasonable.
What are you right? What are you here for, sir? This is what you need. Okay, we'll look into it. We'll give you a call. Have a nice day. Smooth like that, you know.
All right. Well, it should be.
Yep, it should be.
My name is Sergeant Hilton.
George.
George?
Yep.
All right, George. I don't know that I'll see you again, but I'm sure you'll be back.
I have to come check back with the boys across the street, and once I do come back, I'll take a peek over here just to see. Maybe the best spot would be on that bulletin out there.
Yeah, I don't know what documents are slide.
And just a good note here, boss. Some agencies, they post up 9 or 10 separate pages, or they could fit them all on 4 pages.
Okay.
Some agencies designed one poster with all items on that one poster.
Okay.
That's another suggestion. That's up to the staff.
Sure. Yeah,
That makes no difference whether they do.
that's out of my purview.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks
George.
again, Sarge.
Good luck.
I'm on to the next one.
All right. Good luck.
Take care. Yep.
This audit is a significant, win, for both the citizen and the department. Sergeant George Hilton acted with extreme professionalism, admitting he didn't and oppose. To know the specifics of the statute, but promising to relay the information to the FOIA officer. The auditor successfully brought attention to missing mandatory disclosures without any threats or arrests. The result, a documented bridge of understanding, showing that respect is a two-way street, even when monitoring the government. Transparency shouldn't and oppose. TB a fight. If you support auditors who use the law to educate and professional officers like Sergeant Hilton who listen with respect, hit the like button. Subscribe to see more encounters where we the people build allies for accountability, and comment below. Should every police station have a block diagram clearly visible to the public? Rules for thee, but not for me. After being denied FOIA access previously, a citizen journalist returns to Mount Prospect PD to serve a formal notice of violation. He exposes a glaring double standard. While police ticket citizens for missing front license plates, their own personal cars in the station lot are in violation of the same law. Will the department finally comply with Illinois transparency statutes, or will they resort to stalking and retaliation against the auditor?
Hi, I was here yesterday, and I asked for these FOIA items.
Did you fill out a form?
These items don't require a form. They're supposedly prominently displayed. There was
Okay,
2 ladies here yesterday,
okay.
and they denied me my request. So I'm going to give you guys a notice of violation for yesterday.
Okay.
You are in violation, or this department is, of this FOIA law.
The auditor presents a formal notice citing 5 ILCS 140/4, which requires public bodies to prominently display functional diagrams and budget information. Staff members claim they, don and oppose, to know much about FOIA, and ask the citizen for ID, which the auditor correctly refuses, noting that requesting public records is not an ID-compelling event.
In Mount Prospect? That's what I'm asking.
I'm just doing a notice of violation for Mount Prospect.
Okay.
Is that the manager over there?
No.
And there's more information in the back.
Okay.
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 Let me put that on record. What can we do? I left a notice of violation for the police department yesterday.
Notice violation?
Yeah, I gave you guys a notice that you guys are violating the law.
Okay.
You guys had several cars in the back with no front license plates.
Okay.
You guys used that to pull cars over. I actually got a ticket for no license plate, but you guys are ignoring the law and applying it in the wrong way.
Okay.
So I was wondering, what's
I
the
was
status
not
on
here,
that?
so I
Of that?
don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't know who you spoke with.
I spoke with. Give me some names that works
Why would
here.
It's 100 officers. I don't know.
It wasn't an
where to
officer.
start.
It was a sergeant.
I don't know where to start.
You don't know all the sergeants that work here?
Well, yeah, we have about 12, 15 sergeants. I don't know.
Sergeant.
But what do you want out of it though?
I just want to know the status of what's going to
Well,
happen.
the status you brought it up, I'm sure that whomever you brought it up is looking into it.
Okay. And what's your name and badge number?
Oh, my name is right here, and my badge number is 78.
Your name is right here.
Yeah, it's right here. Right here.
While documenting the police parking lot, the auditor finds multiple employee vehicles, including an Acura and a Jeep, missing front license plates, a violation the police actively use as a pretext for traffic stops. He notes, and quote, "They want laws for us, they have laws they gotta follow too." End quote. This highlights the end quote, rules for the end quote, mentality where enforcers ignore the very laws they use to target the public.
Again, SUV. There's a white Acura SUV, and then there was a black, really nice Audi with a black flag instead of a license plate in front.
I'll mention it. I'll mention it to the supervisor you're concerned, and I'm sure they will look into
Okay,
it.
they have my notice of violation, and I told them I'll be back in a week.
In a week.
Yes.
All right, I'll let them know.
So, but I might be back tomorrow. You never know, because you guys are still violating the FOIA law. I still don't have my FOIA items that are supposed to be displayed. I just gave them a notice of violation right there for FOIA, and it is a law. We, the people, are sick of it. That you guys.
Did you bring your concerns over to our supervisor in the record section?
I did. Oh well, she wasn't there, but her name is Victoria.
Right.
So that's the contact right there. And again, if you guys try to privacy strike my video, I will sue the department. This is a public record.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Have a wonderful day, man.
All right, thanks.
Enjoy the band.
Yep. So we're just going to look around.
This audit results in a documented end quote, fail end quote, for the village of Mount Prospect. Despite serving the notice, the auditor was again denied immediate access to mandated records. Most alarmingly, he documented what he perceived as police retaliation when an officer in a vehicle allegedly followed him and took his picture after the encounter. The result, a formal stamp of receipt was obtained, but the department remains in violation of transparency laws and transparency of conduct. Laws are for everyone, including those with badges. If you support citizens who hold public servants to the same standards they demand of us, hit the like button, subscribe to see if Victoria provides the records in our next visit, and comment below. Should a police officer be allowed to drive without a front plate while ticketing citizens for the same thing? End quote. Back after an unlawful arrest. End quote. SeanPaul Reyes returns to the Nassau County office building to hold his government accountable. What should be a simple paperwork filing turns into a massive failure of transparency. From being called an end quote, a whole end quote, by security to threats of arrest by the same sergeant who jailed him. Will the county officials follow the law, or will their fear of the camera lead to more civil rights violations? Watch a 2-hour battle for a 2-minute request.
Can you explain why you're doing that?
Sure, yeah. I'm an independent journalist. My name is Sean.
He's doing it to get you likes on YouTube.
I'm doing it to get likes on YouTube. So everybody watching this video should hit the like button. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, we don't want
You're an asshole.
We don't want a confrontation.
I'm a what, ma'am?
Can you just take care of these people?
I'm an asshole? Is that a way a public servant speaks to a... Did we get rid of him yet? Hey, how are you doing, Sergeant?
How you doing, sir? What's going on today?
Oh, nothing. I'm just trying to peacefully... Hold on. I just want to
Okay.
get everybody in the video here.
An unidentified female security officer immediately escalates the situation, calling the auditor an a-hole, and refusing to provide her name. She claims recording is illegal in a public building, showcasing a total lack of professional service. This highlights the gatekeeper mentality where public servants use insults and intimidation to deter citizens from asking questions.
Contact the Nassau County Department of Information Technology.
Okay.
I have a FOIL request for them for some public records.
Were you able to get that information?
No, I wasn't. Their office is upstairs, and they let me in, and when they found out I was recording, they closed the door on me and they refused to help me.
Let me help you out with that. Let me figure that out. You can speak to these officers in the meantime.
So I'm not detained or...
Not as of now. Give me a minute.
Okay, great. I just don't want you to make the same mistake you made last time, Sergeant, because you arrested me last time, remember? Can I get your names and badge numbers, officers, please?
Sure, I'm Officer Marone, 2954.
Thank you, Officer Marone.
Thurston, 4008.
Thank you, Officer Thurston. Appreciate it. Hey, Sarge, did you get a hold of somebody that can help me? We can go up together.
Recording. How's it going? You enjoying your day?
Today, yeah.
All right, good.
The day that you put me in a cell wasn't too enjoyable for me.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I don't think that's a fair assessment of what happened.
I was recording in a public space just like I am now, and you put me in a jail cell.
Excuse me.
There's really no difference. I was recording in public, and you threw me in a cell. I was asking questions of my government. It sounds like something straight out of like North Korea or something.
That's a discussion for a later date right now.
Throwing somebody, a journalist, into a cell because they're asking questions about the government, you know? I have a FOIL request for them.
Yeah, I was advised that you could do the FOIL request downstairs. They're going to get you a paper form to fill out.
I created my own form here.
Okay. Did you fill it out already or no?
Per Article 6, yeah.
Okay.
Per Article 6 of the New York Public Officers Law.
We'll let this guy go down. We'll wait for the next one, all right?
So I cite the law here, the department who's the custodian of the records, records that I want, and my information.
Okay, great. So you did all the work already for
that? Yeah, just needed somebody to hand it to.
I'm sorry that you couldn't get that done before without us coming here, but we'll try to get that done for you.
It's unfortunate.
So we'll follow her. She's going to explain how to do that, complete that FOIL request, okay?
Sure.
Unless you want to hand in your own form, but if you want to do the paper one, she's going to help you with that.
I just want to, maybe I'll see if there's anything on the form that I didn't put in here. And
okay, that's great. All right, so you're...
Can you come again to our woman, Karen? We'll start you there. Unfortunately, in this room, we cannot record because we do have sensitive materials in there.
You have sensitive materials lying out in the public area?
Desk, sir.
In the public area for everybody to see?
That's not what I'm saying, sir.
That's what you just said. You said that there's sensitive materials that are out in public.
That's not what I'm saying, sir.
So what are you saying?
You cannot film in there. We do have sensitive.
It's publicly accessible. I can film in there, just like I did before.
All right, it's advertised right there?
It is.
Where's the public? All right, so I'm gonna have to tell you again, like, you can't record here. You could record out here, public area. You could see in there.
That is a public area. It's publicly accessible.
There's no recording, and you can't record in there. And if you'd like to complete the FOIL request, you can bring it in there yourself.
Sure, I'll go do that.
You could do it out here. We could take it in for you, and that's what you want to get done, right?
Yeah, I want to do my FOIL request. I want to conduct business. That's a publicly accessible area, sir.
So we'll help you complete the FOIL request, okay?
Yeah, that's a publicly accessible area, sir.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to be a woman who's going to take this request on behalf of our team to come out, take this request, and then I'll have her issue it to the proper person.
All right, great. All right.
Why can't I go handle my business like anybody else?
You can handle your business. I'm not preventing you from handling your business.
The same sergeant involved in the auditor and Oppo's previous arrest confronts him in the county clerk and Oppo's office. He threatens arrest for, obstruction, if Reyes continues to record while waiting in line. This demonstrates retaliatory behavior, where law enforcement attempts to create, policies, on the fly to stop legally protected activities like filming in a publicly accessible lobby.
Request.
Okay.
So for another printed sign up that somebody printed on their computer, you're going to violate my rights yet again?
We're not going to dispute what the law is. You understand? Let me
Why wouldn't we know what the law
You've
is?
spoken quite a bit. Can I speak now?
I've always given you a chance to speak.
You're aware there's laws. We're not going to discuss the law or what authority, who's given. That could be a discussion for the courts later on, if you want to go that direction.
Sure, I'd like to just conduct my business.
You can conduct your business. I explained to you how you can.
Just like everybody else in here.
Yes.
Anybody in here can be
But
recording,
you're
and
not-
that wouldn't be a big deal.
No, they cannot be recording in here. Like they stated, you can't be recording in here.
Does everybody come in here turn off their cell phone? There's a turn off your cell phone sign behind you. Is everybody?
I'm gonna tell you
So if
right
I
now,
find
this
somebody's
is-
phone that's on in here,
You're not
that
to record
becomes
in here. If you continue recording here,
what
you're
would
gonna be
happen?
asked to leave. Okay.
So you can go ahead and do what you need to do. Go ahead and threaten to arrest me, so we can, so I can.
I'm just asking. I just want to look.
No. I'm going to hold you accountable, Camilleri.
Just
So I'm just
don't-
asking you. I'm just trying to conduct my business
I'm
here.
understanding that you don't want to conduct business. 'Cause
I am. I have it here. I've been waiting for hours.
We offered you a route.
I've been here for hours already.
Of how to conduct your business.
And there's
You
the
claim-
clerk that can help me, sir.
You're not letting me talk yet.
There's the clerk that can
You're
help
not
me. I
letting
would have been
talk
done
yet.
already.
You said you let me talk. You're not letting me talk.
I do
We
let you
gave
talk,
a
sir, but you
method
got to
of
let
how
me
to-
speak as well, sir.
Can I just finish and then you can speak as long as you want, okay?
Sure, go ahead. Do what you need to
We gave
do.
many options of how to conduct your business.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that.
You can do that. We gave you 3 or 4 options of how you could do it. She offered to bring it in for you, fill it out here, go online, whatever you like, hand delivered for you, and you're still choosing not to go that route.
I'm choosing to
You're
do it.
choosing-
I'm choosing to hand it to the clerk at the window here.
You're choosing to hand it to the clerk while doing something that the regulations of this building prohibit.
They prohibit transparency and accountability. Recording.
If that's the way you want to interpret it.
That's the way it is, sir.
What it is.
There's nothing
If
nefarious
that's-
about
if
recording.
That's your interpretation. That's fine.
There's nothing.
I can't argue your interpretation.
Sir, that is not
But
a
if you wanna
policy.
go
That is a
that
piece
route-
of paper on a wall, sir.
If you want to go that route,
That is
we're
a
giving
piece
you
of
an
paper on a
opportunity-
wall.
We're giving you an opportunity right now.
I'm giving
to
you
stop
your
before
opportunity,
leave.
sir, to say if I don't leave here, you're going to arrest me, and then I'll
It's
leave.
going to be dependent on how they want to proceed with this. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna wait in line like everybody said here. As soon as you tell me, so I want to be clear. I don't want you to put me in a dungeon like you did last time. The minute you tell me,
No. All right.
the minute you,
Help you complete your paperwork.
I'm just saying, the minute I want to make it clear, officer. I'm being nice as well. I just want to wait in line like everybody else, and hand in my document. That's all.
Okay. Where is it?
And I just want to make it very clear that if I'm told to leave under threat of arrest, I will leave.
They're going to actually bring the clerk outside here to help you finish all your paperwork and hand it to her, because I think there's people in here that are worried about their privacy, and that's why like people feel uncomfortable when they're being filmed. I'm not saying.
But sir, do you see how many cameras are in this?
I understand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in this
But
direction.
Those are cameras that you go into like any other building, and you see cameras all the time. But it's different when there's someone with a camera in your face. I think it just makes people.
Well, I don't want to put it in anybody's face. I just want to. It's documenting. It's documenting what I'm
I think What
doing.
they're trying to do right now is be really reasonable with you and try to accommodate you and your like desire to record. So what they're doing is they're saying, hey, listen.
What's wrong with government transparency, sir?
So what they're trying to do is say, hey, come outside.
Why is
Take
the
care
county
of
of Nassau?
business.
But sir, I understand what you're saying, but why would the county of Nassau be anti-transparency? What's wrong? So still just waiting here to get some service.
What was that?
Still just waiting here to get some
well,
service.
I told you you're able to get what you want to get done, right?
Yeah, I'm just
I gave you
documenting that
options. You don't
process.
want to get that done.
I'm trying to just document the
I
process.
don't know how else to help you. I don't know what you want from me. What can I do for you to make it easier?
Not violate my rights, pretend that transparency doesn't bother you, and allow
Those
me
are
to
like-
document, allow me to peacefully exercise my rights while I'm conducting lawful business in this building. That's what I
Okay.
would appreciate.
Those are kind of like vague statements, though. What I'm asking you is how I can help you complete your business, which is
Uphold
what you
your
said
oath.
you want to do.
Uphold your oath to the United States Constitution. Allow me to gather content for a story. Allow me to exercise my rights.
So you want to make a story, right? Not get a photo request. That's what you're saying?
Well, that is the story, sir. You know, it's got, logically,
You told me you want a
this,
FOIA request, so I was trying to help you do that.
logically, the story is, filing the FOIA request and documenting that process to make sure that law enforcement like yourself and the 2 officers next to you uphold our constitutional rights. So that is all encompassing the story, sir.
What we're trying to do.
And you
the
should
best
know
we
that
can
now
and
because you've
serve
seen
you as
these
best we
stories
can.
before. And last time the
believe
story,
I've
and
tried to serve you as best I can with everything, and I've tried to help you with what you're asking for.
I have not been given any assistance today. And last time you tried to help me, I was put in a jail cell for over 6 hours. So you know, your help is not something I really want. I just want to be able to conduct my business without being my property stolen from me, you know, being put in a cell, just normal things that any citizen journalist wouldn't want done to them.
Okay. All right.
I'm recording. That's why.
He's a journalist.
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist. My name's Sean. That's why the law enforcement officers are here, because I'm asking questions of my government, and they don't like that. But no, everything's all right. I just don't want you to get, you know, think that. Okay, cool. Okay.
Thank you for briefing us. She's new. She don't know.
Yeah, I don't want her to.
No, my sister's a journalist.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with journalism, right?
No.
I don't care.
Nothing wrong with journalism. Just asking questions of the government. That's all.
Sure.
Nothing nefarious going on here.
Everybody has a right.
Yes, sir.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Officer Hubbard. Appreciate it. Yep. There you go. Thank you so much, ma'am.
This audit is massive fail for Nassau County and Oppos, transparency. It took 2 hours to complete a simple FOIL submission because officials refused to cooperate with a citizen recording the process. Despite the harassment and even death threats from a civilian in the lobby, the auditor successfully served his requests. The result, a documented record of corruption and a clear message that transparency is not optional for public servants. Accountability is a full-time job. If you support SeanPaul for standing his ground against, security and retaliatory sergeants, hit the like button. Subscribe to see the IT records revealed and comment below. Should a public servant be fired for calling a taxpayer on camera?